round of 16, but you were able to concede 2 goals in the second half after taking the lead. Can you sum up how you're really feeling about this display and the performance of your team?
Well, I think it was a great game of us. It's difficult when you play this kind of game because you are playing against a team that is one of the best teams in South America. Maybe at the end we had the game in our hands, so the feeling is strange. But before I start the tournament, if someone told me about that we were going to have this kind of performance against this kind of teams, I signed it. So I appreciate the team, the guys, all the players, because they gave more than 100%. I think it's a historic night for the MLS because we are into the best 16 teams in the world. So I think the whole MLS have to be proud of Inter Miami.
And in terms of the positives you're talking about, Luis Suarez got a goal and an assist. What does he bring to the dressing room?
No, I think we play with the heart. It's difficult because it's normally this kind of game are more intensity than we had in the league, in the domestic league. But also when we have the ball, we try to progress with the ball, playing football. So obviously we have to improve a lot, but this is the way.
Well, congratulations on your qualification, and we'll see you in the round of 16.
Thank you very much.
And how about in the other game then, in Group A, Porto and Al Ahly played out an 8-goal thriller. 4-4 it finished on the night. Abu Ali getting a hat-trick, but it wasn't enough to get Al Ahly all 3 points, which subsequently means both teams have been eliminated. You can see there on the pitch, a brilliant game, arguably one of the games of the FIFA Club World Cup so far. But it was too little too late for both of these teams. Not good enough performances in the opening 2 games, which has meant that this is what it means for the Group A table. Then confirmation of the final standings, and that is that Palmeiras top the group after coming from 2 goals down to draw with Inter Miami. Inter Miami there in second place. So those 2 teams have qualified for the round of 16. Woo! We can take a breath. 12 goals across those 2 games. We've been treated to a goal fest, which is what we wanted at the start. Let's start with, obviously, Inter Miami. They will be very disappointed, but let's go back right to the start. And they took the lead through Allende, and he had all the space in the world to finish this off, didn't he?
Yes, great layoff again by Suarez, well played. But bad defending from the defense of Palmeiras. You shouldn't be getting caught like that. He's completely alone, and in the end it's a great finish from Allende, composed, so great goal.
I mean, just from a defensive point of view there, Abel Ferreira will be fuming, won't he? How they've gone, they're attacking one end to 10 seconds later they've conceded.
It's way too easy, Olivia. So is it right through the heart of the defence. It's a brilliant run from Allende and a fantastic touch from Suarez. Of course, we spoke about before the game, maybe legs are gone, but he showed he was rolling back the years tonight with his performance. Great touch to lay it on for the first goal.
Oh, you took the words right out my mouth. I was about to be like, Luis Suarez is rolling back the years for this goal, but that is exactly what he did, Jose. It was a lovely finish.
Yes. We know Luis Suarez, obviously, it doesn't have the same energy and pace that he used to have, but he can still produce these kind of moments. Typical Suarez goals. He managed to get the small rebound right at the end with a great touch. And then in the end, composed finish, hit the target, and what a beautiful goal to remember the old days.
Yeah, Luis Suarez there. Typical Luis Suarez fashion. I mean, the finish was still a really difficult chance,
It was
wasn't
a difficult chance, a difficult finish, in fact, because it was just bouncing as he hit it, and he managed to get his knee over top of the ball, keep it down in the top corner. So it is rolling back the ears, a brilliant finish. A wee bit of luck maybe with the ricochet just before that, but fantastic finish on the end of it.
Yeah, and it did feel like with about 15 minutes to go into Miami, we're getting a little bit leggy, and that's exactly when Palmeiras got back into the game, Shay.
Yeah, we felt beforehand with the legs that Palmeiras had and the chances, and they upped it last 10 minutes. Let's be honest, you know, they weren't great in the before that, but this ball from Alan's absolutely brilliant and a fantastic finish from Paulinho. You know, watch this. You've watched this pass all night. He's just a reverse pass, bit of disguise on it as well. The time of the run from Paulinho is perfect, and it's a great finish. Look at this pass, Olivia. Look. Fantastic. Takes 2 or 3 players out of the game, and 1v1 touch from great finish.
Yeah, up until that moment though, they had struggled, hadn't they, Palmeiras?
Yes, but that's what big teams do. They keep believing, they keep going. They bring quality from the bench with 2 great substitutions in Paulinho and Mauricio, who were involved in the goals. So that's what a great manager does, I guess.
Great
and
Portuguese manager.
Yes. So, well done. But I also noticed that Inter Miami, in the previous game, retreated too much against Porto, and they were lucky not to concede. And today, again, they looked a little bit leggy, like you said, and you bring danger.
Well, they did have a chance, though, when it was 2-1, Inter Miami to kill the game off, but Fafa couldn't take it. I mean, Lionel Messi's there thinking, oh, God, I wish I was in that position.
Yeah, it's a big chance. I think it's a heavy touch from Fafa. It's a really poor touch. And the worst thing was he's not been off the bench that long. Maybe he could put it down to being cold, but it's not like he's tired or anything. He just needs to concentrate in that last second, and that could have been game over. He had to score that.
Yeah, and 3 minutes later, Palmer, we thought it was coming, didn't we, Jose? It felt like the equaliser was coming.
Yeah, we kind of had the feeling that Inter were retreating too much. The chances were accumulating, and then in the end, a great finish and a good goal from Mauricio right at the end, which puts Palmeiras obviously top of the group, which is what they wanted to avoid PSG.
That's a big goal, isn't it, in terms of they're going into the round of 16, and like Jose says, no one wanted to play PSG.
No,
in
I think
the next
that's
round.
where the pictures of Messi coming off the end. We're disappointed, frustrated, probably angry a wee bit as well to give away 2 late goals, because he knows what's coming next. He knows PSG are strong favourites to win this, so it's a tough game in the last 16, but you know, Mascherano said it's a proud moment for the MLS, you know, for them to get into the last 16 of the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, Messi did his part without getting a goal or an assist, but there was times in that game where Palmeiras could not get the ball off him, no matter how hard they tried.
Yeah, we've discussed how hard it is when they get into the groove and into the rhythm of playing that intricate passing between Busquets, Messi, Suarez, Telasco, Jordi Alba when he came on. It's so difficult. We were talking about it. And Messi showed some moments of brilliance, but he'll be disappointed. I think he'll be disappointed today with the draw.
Yeah, absolutely. So Palmeiras and Inter Miami are confirmed as both of the teams going through to the round of 16.